everyone, welcome to our education podcast. I'm Anita and my partner Sarah as your host today. So, today we're going to talk about amazing topic, how to create interesting English educational content with a very special guest. Will be very useful for everyone, so be sure to listen all the way through so you don't miss anything.
So, our amazing guests today are Miss Amanda from previous organizer. Let's welcome Miss Amanda. Okay, from the first time, let me greeting Miss Amanda. Hey Miss Amanda, how is it going today?
Hi, thank you for having me. I'm great, thanks. How are you?
I'm very good too, Miss. To be honest, we are very happy that Miss Amanda is willing to be our speaker on this podcast. Thank you, Miss. Nah, kan dari tadi saya nyebut nih Mbak Amanda, tapi we haven't heard directly Mbak Amanda memperkenalkan diri secara pribadi. Okay, maybe you can introduce yourself to the listeners, Miss Amanda.
Okay, hi everyone. So my name is Amanda Zahra, but people usually call me Amanda. And I am an agrotechnology student, 2019 batch, and also a former SEGA organizer. Nice to meet you guys.
Oke, nice to meet you too, Miss Amanda. Oke, mungkin langsung aja ya nih, karena aku sendiri nih udah penasaran banget, pengen langsung tanya-tanya sama Miss Amanda mengenai topik kita hari ini, yaitu how to create interesting English educational content. Nah, from the first question, I want to ask, when you were the organizer of SEGA, what division were you in?
Okay, so when I was an organizer in SEGA, I was in education division. Yeah.
Wah, ternyata kita sama nih ya Mbak ya, latar belakangnya sama nih ternyata dari divisi education. Nah, kalau ngomongin edu sendiri nih Mbak, especially eduzone, we know that eduzone must create interesting and useful content on SEGA social media so that many people are interested. Nah, from Miss Amanda Insight, what is the definition of interesting content, especially in English content?
Okay, so I think what makes a content considered interesting is when it's able to make the audience feel involved and when it's engaging, fun to look at, and different than other contents. I think it's also interesting when the theme or topic chosen is on trending.
Oh ya, aku setuju banget sih. I think so that in the era where everyone has a cell phone and social media, content becomes something that's very profitable maybe if we want to introduce something to the public because it's easier to remember through content too. Nah, we all know making interesting English educational content is not easy. Nah, from Miss Amanda's opinion, why is creating content so hard?
So I think what makes content creating hard is because we obviously want to make our content to perfection, to make it as good as possible. And to reach that perfection, it requires endless brainstorming, like many hours of just doing research, and not to mention the self-doubt. And I think it takes a lot of effort to make good content for the audience. So yeah.
Yeah. I'm very agree with your answer. If from our generation, me and Anita, sometimes we struggle in the idea that we will make, and sometimes it's also because of being busy, so there are one or two content upload don't match the deadline.
Oh yeah, I think planning is one of the most challenging part of content creating. Like the planning, the schedule and everything, and also the time management, it's very crucial. Yeah.
So, Miss Amanda, to solve this problem, what skills should we have?
Oh, okay. So I think one of the most important things about content creating is your willingness and commitment to be a creator. I think it all starts from that. And obviously, research and planning and time management skills are definitely needed since we want the content to be accurate, reliable, and consistent. And for some additional technical skills that I would add is that I think it would be beneficial to have some editing skills to polish the content before it can come out great, and also some content promotion skills to get more people to engage with our content. Yeah.
Wow, great explanation ya. I totally agree with Miss Amanda answer. Willingness, commitment, and editing skill are the main things in the content creator. Yes, very agree. Okay, I want to ask, in the process of creating content, we need bright ideas for the concept. From Miss Amanda's opinion, how do you get ideas and inspiration to create interesting content?
Ooh, ideas. Okay, that's interesting. I mostly get my ideas from other educational contents out there, especially the trending ones. I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean that I steal their ideas. It's more of a mix between contents I find interesting, and I also add my own twist to it. And it also required a lot of reflection. Most of the time, I ask myself, what do I want to see in an educational content? How to make it easy to understand? How to make it more exciting and fun? Those kind of questions. And last but not least, consulting your ideas with your partner in content creating is also a great way to gain more ideas. So yeah, that's it.
Wah, keren banget jawabannya nih. Makasih banget nih tipsnya Miss Amanda. This is very useful for me and Anita or the listeners. So when I or everyone create content, we don't run out of ideas. Okay, I want to ask Miss Amanda, from your side, between quality and quantity of content, which is more important and why? Or aren't they both important?
Oh, quality or quantity? I think they're both equally important, but I personally think it is. I'm leaning more towards quality, because I think if you make great quality content, the audience will be excited for more. They want to see more, And the contents that are made through a list of things to make them more enhanced are better than those which aren't carefully planned. I think planning, accurate research, editing will result in more reliable and fun content, which is pretty crucial in educational content. But that doesn't mean we can just ignore the quantity. I think it is also important to keep track on how many contents we plan to put out. And I think it's more about the consistency of the content rather than the number of contents we put out. But I still think they're both equally important.
Wow, it's amazing answer from Miss Amanda. Hopefully it can be an inspiration for the listeners. I'm curious, do you have any tips and tricks to create interesting English educational content?
Oh, some tips and tricks. Okay. Honestly, I don't have much, but I will say it's good to stay up to date. I mean, it's fun. I mean, it's beneficial to be aware of what's trending, because people are more interested in contents that are trendy. I mean, it could be the content format, like for example, shorter videos like TikTok or Instagram Reels are more trendy nowadays than the longer ones like YouTube videos. So yeah, just keep on track on what's trending, and also probably you can insert like the background song that is currently trending, etc. Also to increase the algorithm. And I would say the second one is to you guys to understand the audience. I mean, it's kind of like to put yourself in their shoes, to be aware of what they want and what they need. Yeah, you can also ask the audience what they want to see next, etc. And for bonus, I think an improvement in editing skill would be a great way to enhance your content. So yeah.
Okay, this is a very good answer. Hopefully it can be a reference for friends who have an interest in English content, okay? Oke, wow, ini udah gak kerasa ya, kita udah ngobrol-ngobrol lumayan lama sama Miss Amanda. Tapi karena Miss Amanda ini orangnya asik parah, jadi kerasnya sebentar aja sih menurut aku, kurang lama gitu. Okay, so to conclude this conversation is creating content is not as easy as it seems. Creating content that is useful and liked by many people requires bright ideas and unusual ways so that can attract people. Okay, thank you so much for our guest star, Miss Amanda. It's very insightful, but we must cut our discussion. Maybe the next time we can discuss like this again. Next, I will return it to Miss Anita. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for listening our podcast. We hope this was insightful for everyone. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Sega_Unsoed, and on TikTok, Sega.Unsoed. Also subscribe to our YouTube channel, Sega Unsoed. See you guys!